Hey class, so today we're going to review the first 5 problems that you're going to be seeing on your assessment tomorrow. Feel free to take notes, especially if you're looking for an extra credit opportunity, because if you take notes on all of them, you will receive 2.5 points into your gradebook. For today's sake, I'm going to be solving all the problems using the t-tables you see on this whiteboard. Again, I know that there's other methods to solve these problems, such as a different way of using the t-table, a double number line, a tape diagram, or maybe just good old-fashioned multiplication. But for the sake of today, we're going to practice these t-tables. So problem number 1, a truck is 14 feet long. A car is 10% shorter than the truck. So how long is the car? So starting with the old side of my t-table, I'm going to go ahead and write 100%. Under 100%, I'm going to write 14 feet long, and this is because that was the original length that we're being compared to. My new percentage has to be 10% shorter, which means that it's 90%. And I know that because 100 minus 10 is 90. Now, I'm looking to find my COP. I'm trying to look for the value that I can multiply the left side by to get to the right side. I can do this by dividing the right side, which is 90%, by 100, and that will get me 0.9. You may notice that there are 2 zeros in 100, and that means that I can move my decimal place 2 places to the left. So that means I can multiply my left side by 0.9 to get to the right side. So that means I can multiply, I can take my calculator right here, and I can multiply 14 times 0.9, and that will give me 12.6. So that means you could plug in your answer here. 12.6 is how long the car is. Let's take a look at the next problem. Problem number 2. Ashley tries to cut a piece of fabric 60 centimeters long. The piece of fabric ends up being 4% shorter. What is the actual length of the fabric? So again, here we are taking a look at the old side. We're going to go ahead and write 100%. That's what she wanted to do, and she wanted it to be 60 centimeters long. Unfortunately, it ended up being 4% shorter, and 100 minus 4 is 96%. And again, I can show my work over here and keep track of my work by going like this. Even if you think it's the most basic math, it's always good to show your work. That way we can see where we may make a mistake. So again, I want to find that COP. What am I multiplying by? I can do that by dividing 96 by 100, and that will get me 0.96. So that means my COP, my multiplier, is going to be times 0.96. So I'm going to multiply 60 by 0.96. Again, open that calculator if you'd like. And you can do 60 times 0.96, which will give you 57.6. So that means that the ribbon she cut was 57.6 centimeters instead of the 60 that she wanted it to be. All right, let's continue with problem number 3. The cost of every college is expected to increase 3.5% next year. The cost to attend West-ish College is currently $18,000. What is the expected cost to attend West-ish College next year? So again, let's start by writing 100%. On the old side, right now it cost $18,000. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in underneath my 100%. For my new, this is a percent increase, so we're going to work on having 100 plus 3.5. So that means my new percentage is going to be 103.5%. Let me make sure I put my percentage signs next to these. So again, I want to find that COP, I want to find that multiplier, so I can do that by dividing the right side, which is 103.5 by 100. And that would give me 1.035. So that means that I can now multiply my $18,000 by my COP, and figure out how much we are going to have to pay next year for this college. So again, feel free to use a calculator if you'd like. Multiply that by the COP. And that's going to give you $18,630. So the new cost next year is going to be $630 more. For some problems, you're not only going to have to put in the answer to the question that they're asking, but you also may need to submit an explanation. So make sure that you know how to explain your work. So using a diagram like this and explaining that may be helpful for you to earn more points. Problem number 4. A sweatshirt originally cost $30. Kieran has a 5% off coupon for the lamp. I think it means sweatshirt. After the coupon, a 6% sales tax is applied. How much does Kieran pay? So again, take a look over here. Under old, I'm going to go ahead and write 100%. The original sweatshirt cost $30. There is first a 5% off coupon. So that's going to be 100 minus 5, which is 95. Again, I can show my work over here by doing 100 minus 5 to give me that 95%. I now need to find that constant of proportionality. I'm going to do that by dividing 95 by 100, which is going to be equal to 0.95. So that means that 0.95 is my constant of proportionality. So I'm going to multiply 30 by 0.95. That's going to give me $28.50. However, there's a step 2 to this problem. So not only is there a $5 off coupon, but there is a 6% sales tax. So let's take a look and create another table over here. We're going to have old on this side, new on this side. Our new old, which is 100% of what you had to pay if there was no sales tax, is going to be $28.50. Since there's a sales tax of 6%, that means I'm going to add 106 to get 106%. I need to find my new COP. So I'm going to divide 106 by 100 to give me 1.06. So that means I'm going to multiply my $28.50 by 1.06. So I got my $28.50 times 1.06. And that gives me $30.21. So this one's a two-step problem. First, take off the coupon percent, then apply that tax. So $30.21 would be your final answer. So moving on to problem 5. Problem 5 is going to have 3 parts, not only today, but also tomorrow. So this one is: a store charges 8% tax on all items. Is there a proportional relationship between the original price of an item and its price after tax? The answer is yes, that there is a proportional relationship, and you'll need to explain your thinking. So again, whatever method you're using, you can explain it related to that. For the methods I've been using, you could explain that 8%, if you were to divide that by 100, you would get 0.08, and that would be the constant of proportionality, and that would create that proportional relationship. For problem 5.2, a store charges 8% tax on all items. First, complete the table, then write an equation for the relationship between the discounted price of an item D and its original price P. So again, there's an 8% tax, which is a percent increase. So that means I'm going to add 8% to 100%, which is 108%. Now, in order to be able to figure out what goes next to P and what goes next to D, I need to find that COP. So I'm going to do that by dividing 108 by 100, or again, just moving that decimal 2 places to the left, which would give me 1.08. So that's telling me that I can multiply what's ever on the left side by 1.08 to get to the right side. So if I were to multiply P by 1.08, I would get 1.08p. Now, if I'm going in the other direction, I'm going to use the inverse operation of multiplication, which is division. So I can divide d. Again, we can use that slash, which is the fraction bar, which represents division. And I can divide my d value by 1.08. Now, in this box down here, I need to write an equation. I can either write an equation that is d equals something p, or I can write something that is p equals d divided by something. I'm going to go ahead and stick to d equals, which means I'm going to be looking at this side of the table, which has the variable d, and I'm going to go and find the variable that is connected to a value, and I'm going to copy that down. So d equals 1.08p, and I could submit that. For the last problem or section of problem 5, a store charges 8% tax on all items. The price of a hat after tax is $21.60. So again, we have our old price, which is what we're looking for. We have our new percentage price, which would be 108, because again, there's an 8% tax increase. This is an increase. This, we are going to have to go in the other direction, but first let's find the COP, which from the last page we know is 1.08 because we divided 108 by 100. So that means that we can multiply the left side by 1.08 to get to the right side. Because we're moving in the other direction, instead we are going to divide 2160. So let's go ahead and divide 2160 by 1.08, and that's going to give us $20. So the price of the hat before tax would be $20, and again, you would have to explain your thinking down here in the box. Again, that's pretty much what it will look like tomorrow. Hopefully you took some good notes. You'll get a chance to show what you've learned this quarter. Tomorrow, if you have any questions, feel free to select the help button and I can come in and we can talk about whatever questions you have. Otherwise, I will see you in the main room shortly.